municipal funding for the 2013 James Street North Supercrawl event be lifted from the information section and added as item 7 to report 13-002.
Okay, that's duly moved.
Seconded by Councilor McCaddy.
Any comments?
No.
This is the last time this will be coming back to council?
I might have comments once I get to the motion.
Okay, all in favor of lifting it?
Is that fair?
Okay, Councilor Barry, I'll place the motion now.
So I won't, it's before you, it has been all night, and certainly we've had a great deal of conversations as colleagues. I appreciate that between the last time around, which was fairly quorum, a 5-5 tie, as everyone recalls, and of course reported in the media. I didn't think it all divisive. Everyone had great questions on either side of that time. I do appreciate, again, the communication that we've had since. So item 7, moved by myself, seconded by Councilor Brian McCaddy. This is the municipal funding for the 2013 James Street North Supercrawl event in downtown Hamilton. You'll see item A and B there. Basically, A is deleting the dollar amount initially that came forward the last time we discussed this. At GIC, it was $125K. It is now $60K. And so that A would read now from that motion that day that the 2013 James Street North Supercrawl be sponsored by the City of Hamilton in the amount of $60K. And then B is that item 7 of the GIC report 13-002 be further amended by adding subsection E. So there's an addition now. There's E that speaks to grants subcommittee considering the Supercrawl Productions application for funding to the 2013 Event Road Closure Services Costs, or ERCs, associated with their 2013 event, notwithstanding the Community Partnership Program guidelines and policy regarding an applicant's receipt of funding from the municipal city sources. It would be significantly less than what's before CPP now, which I believe is $150,000. Therefore, item 7 as amended reads as follows, and then I don't need to go through the whereases.
No, I think we all have
the amount of people.
It's $60,000 plus the grants for the traffic services.
You are right, and then I'll just very briefly speak to this, if I may, and I do mean briefly. Just some thanks again to all the colleagues who took the time to discuss this with me, and of course our Citizen of the Year, Tim Podesic, his army of volunteers who have vetted this, obvious adjustments too, who are fine with it and continue to work daily on securing corporate funding for this hugely significant downtown and City of Hamilton and provincial event that gets nationwide coverage. So much appreciated in advance for allowing me the opportunity to bring this forward. And of course to our economic development staff, who I obviously from day one, many months ago when this appeared before us publicly in reports and so forth, including the information report way back in, I think it was November 14th, working through a reserve account to find the $60K, therefore not affecting the levy. So thank you very much for the opportunity to bring this forward, Mr. Deputy Mayor, and your discussions with me throughout the last couple of months regarding this matter.
Thank you, Councilor Johnson.
Yes, and thank you for recognizing me, Deputy Mayor. With all due respect, I can't support this. I really feel for my colleague here. I think that the event put him in a very tough decision, very tough position right now. As I said at the GIC meeting when this was first brought out and we had the vote, it seems now we have 3 levels of funding for events. We have one where we ask them to go through a process. They have to fill out their application. They have to submit all their financials. And by the time they're all finished with their wants, their needs, every dollar is accounted for, what they need it for. They have a package this big. Then they have to wait 3-4 months before the decision is made. And every year we tell them the same thing. 2% is all you get. Thank you very much. Even though your demands and your needs get bigger as they grow, you still only get so much. This was the second one is we have people come here with really nice outfits on and they give us shiny papers and they get their money. They have to bring in a couple of things too, but that's it. That's the second. Now I understand there's a third process. Go to your counselor, ask for the money, ta-da. And if I'd known that, I can go back to my events now and tell them just come through me and we'll just go ta-da. So I'm really just, in my opinion, this is really just against the process. This is not against the event. I've been to it. It is amazing. It's the process. And I know that if I vote for this today, I will have at least 2 of my event organizers coming back to me and saying, what gives? Why didn't you help me out? Thank you. So, with all due respect, and I really admire that my colleague over across